Okay. It occurs to me that considering how little I sort of like have a considering how little of a hand I have or like on how this group is going to get built, once the battles get hard, I'm in deep doo-doo for sure. So, I am it looks like I know this is where I get withers. So if withers is in the cards, I might just start to like play around things a little bit. I do want to make some progress. I do want to get Halcyon because I do want to use a druid, and I'll sort of debate how much I want to kind of swap out the cleric and the druid. There might be some situational stuff here, but situational stuff in terms of which one you use, I think to some degree, yes, you can run at a battle and disengage, but it also feels like you need essentially prior knowledge of how the game works, which I kind of do, but not really at this level. I just spent some time listening to some Chrono Cross soundtracks, and Chrono Trigger soundtracks, and we all fixed up here. Okay, we're good.
All is ash and meat.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
And looking at just how these generally the classes go, I remain sort of under-impressed by rogues in general. Like, your subclass gets, like, for the assassin, which seems quite cool, you get something at 3 and you get something at 9, and that's it, essentially. The swashbuckler could be fun. The thief seems to be, like, a large amount of mobility. So, that part... Why are they saying that my audio bitrate says 0? What are we doing right now? Okay. I don't think there's... I think that's actually made up. I think things seem fine. YouTube's a bit crazy. One time I played some copyrighted music, and they gave me like 8 warnings in the next like 10 minutes. They're freaking out.
The easy path.
I was looking at the cleric stuff. The Death Domain cleric is essentially got a lot of overlap with the Spore Druid. Just to kind of review the way the Curse of the Vampire. Hearken close and beware the vampire. Beware its cold beauty, beware its charm, beware its curse. Above all, beware the pale noble, for the vampire cannot bear to be of the common folk. How doth one protect from the beast? Walk not in blackest night, for the vampire loves these nights more than any other. If you must walk, do so by the light of our moon, and take care. Carry the blessings and marks of your gods at all times. But remember, your home is a fortress, if protected well. If you hear a knock in the night, be wary. Let no stranger into your home. If it be a friend, look upon them. Do they find them pallid and wan? See you any mark upon their necks? See you any dirt upon their clothes? Unless their need is great, turn away all but the most trusted. And if the beast finds a way into your home, flee. Leave love and family behind. You will not save them if you fight. You will not see them again. But they will see you, pale and smiling, calling them into the night. That's so cool. Okay, pick up split item. Take one of those. Send to Asterion. You hold on to that, bud. I know what you're up to. What was I saying? The Death Domain cleric seems to have a lot of overlap with the paladin, with the Circle of the Spores druid. Sorry, I'm just kind of yapping here. A lot of text on Curse of the Vampire here. What's the Unclaimed? In her life of service and impeccable, daily did she devote herself to the Lady of Loss. Daily did she free herself from the tyranny of memory. All in time was lost to her relations, her preferences, even her own name. Upon the altar of her devotion placed she the ultimate offering, her emptied mind. And when she died, when she awoke in death and found herself standing in the pale and faded city of judgment, she waited for the Lady of Loss to retrieve her. A million souls and more passed her in colorless gusts, but no hand materialized in her hand, no voice whispered instruction in her ear, no guidance proffered itself from the bleached and barren sky. Time, immaterial time, passed around her like air, coming and going. And still the goddess did not come for her devotee. Kelenvor pitied her as much as the Lord of Dead is able, but could not intervene. This cleric of the Lady of Loss, unclaimed despite her worthiness, might yet have one more lesson to learn, that not of forgetting, but being forgotten. These books are kind of commenting on my own characters, which is interesting. So basically, to sort of review, Death and Divinity, a Godly Guide. Death is too powerful a force for a single god to contain. Is a duty that's been passed from hand to hand, splintered into smaller pieces, disease, war, funeral rites, but there must always be an overseer of the cycle as life falls away. For countless eons, it was Jergal, the lord of the end of everything, presided over mortality with his unblinking stare, until even he grew weary. Young Bal, Bane, Mirkul must have thought themselves conquerors when they came for the god of death, yet he used their ambitions to free himself. Mirkul claimed primacy over death from Jergal's bargain, but even he does not rule death alone. What is murder if not the most violent of deaths, seized by Bal and his incessant greed? What need would there be for noble Kelenvor to judge passing souls if one day he could hold the process entire? Even gods can die after all. Those who worship death should remember that above all else. Okay, so all of the characters I'm using, the rogue, especially in sort of like this more shadowy assassin form, the warlock,
Something good
the
here, I
sort of necrotic damage druid, and the cleric, if you get into the shadow domain, are essentially people who can go very sort of like evil themed if necessary. So essentially how I see this going is that I'm going to do my best to be a Vengeance Paladin, but if things go to hell, I'm going to go so dark so quickly and just basically do a hard pivot.
Ancient. Dedication to a forgotten
Chapel Records. I don't really understand the point of this. Maybe it's like references to older games or something. So that's just to throw this out there. That's how this is going.
Something over there.
Handles and a gold piece. Leva. Okay, so we're getting to the point soon where we start to get to the tricks. So here's where it's a little bit worrying. I'm going to send in Asterion for a lot of this stuff, but this is where the sarcophagus and the tricks like really messed me up. And like literally ended my run. So I can go back and go through the hatch to get to the end to get withers. But I do want to sort of like do my best to get through this in a game fashion. Like this is where the crypts and everything get a bit sketchy. Did she get level 3? She did. I don't like that she's trickery. I don't like that she's trickery domain. There's nothing I can really do about it at this point.
What might you be hiding?
I'm gonna use my glass chalice cup.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
I love his psychotic nature. I like how they had to do this for everybody. Like that's 8 Dark Urge voice. Is that not 8 Dark Urge voiceovers?
Have I been this way? This place wasn't built for the living.
If you think about it. This is the way out, right? Yeah, this is where I am already. So, I know I have to do this initially, but I do know there's other like tricks of the trade over here to do.
Pockets. What's inside?
What's inside? 3 scrolls of protection from evil and good. I'm going to give that to her. I have to be a little more thoughtful on these kind of things, because these things can really, really change your playthroughs if you're smart about them. Do a little more reading. An excerpt from the ongoing metatext Rebound by Josefa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Danier for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext or God's annal of lost and hidden knowledge. Of what value is a life? Far too esoteric a topic to warrant any serious critical consideration between these pages, surely, or so it would seem at first glance. But once we push aside the mysticism and dewy-eyed sentiments so often clouding our assessment, it is clear that across the spinning planes, each and every life does indeed have a quantifiable value. It is simply that not all are equally valuable. I was listening to something, I was watching something on Twitter from Paul Graham, who's like one of like the Founders Fund guys, or Y Combinator, and now he just sort of like opines on things. He talks about raising his son as like trying to make his kid very smart, essentially. And they're talking about his son wanted to learn how to write essays, and he's like, son, do you want to learn how to write essays, or do you want to learn how to write essays that the school wants? And the kid's like, well, I need to write it for school, so I want the one that the school wants. Like, why does the introduction have to be basically just like a rewording of the conclusion, or the conclusion a rewording of the introduction? Why do they like this? He's like, well, the essay itself is a very beautiful art form. It's a very, very beautiful form to crystallize thought, but the school essay is something else. And I know a lot of people, especially with like a lot of grad teachers, saying that like, so there's something on Twitter yesterday. It's like there's like a grad professor who's like, I estimate that 98.5% of my students are using AI for their writing. And people like bemoan the loss of the essay and all these things, but it's not really that kids are dumber. You just like did a worse job of teaching how to make essays. Like I had a teacher who was like one of the best English teachers you could possibly ask for in high school, and she talks about how the essay is this like beautiful, perfect form. But like, how many like 16 or 17-year-olds like truly get a chance to like sort of understand what the purpose of it and how it does clarify and crystallize thought? You're just banging out like, you have so many different classes, and none of the classes give a shit about the other classes. You know what I mean? There's no like synergy in schooling, so you're just kind of like, you're deluged by all this shit that you have to do, so you hate it, and you of course hate it because it's drudgery. I think our schooling is like soul crushing in a lot of ways for like 95% of people. was I? Consider, we already know that the destruction of our material form is not the end. If anything, our souls are more free after death, transcending planar barriers in search of a resting place that best befits our deeds, beliefs, and station of life. But even this assessment is subject to market forces. Lord Kellamvor weighing our souls against how thoroughly we have given them over to other gods and empowering them in turn. There is, of course, an alternate road, not the end of the path, with a chance to retread it. Clerics across the realms wield the power to return life to any soul deemed worthy or willing enough. It is strange, then, that these so frequently intersect with these deemed worthy, wealthy enough for the components for such a spell beyond the means of most mortals. I've interviewed those who have made such a return, and in truth have found them to be the most dull and unimaginative sort that I can not possibly imagine what it was like they're so what it is they're so eager to return to. If a true assessment of the journey is to be made, then there is simply no replacement for embarking upon it oneself. Perhaps one day this great volume of learning will make me worthy enough to walk that path and wealthy enough to return. This is a very like bookish person. I went to the orchestra, like the symphony, like a month ago, to go see Beethoven's Emperor Suite, which is my favorite piece. And I thought about how for every row of 2 people in the string section, and then probably something a little bit different in like the double basses and like the brass and woodwinds, there's always one person who flips it for the group. So it must be that the person who has seniority doesn't do any of the flipping. So you have to kind of decide which of you does the flipping and which doesn't. But the person who's flipping naturally has a disadvantage. It's tough. Okay, there's a torch here. I now have to send in... I'm very scared of this. I now have to send in my boy Asterion. Off by his lonesome. Whoa. Did I do that? Oh, sorry.
I'm never quiet.
Okay. Time to be careful.
Watch your back. Watch the shadows. Neither seen nor heard. Traps. How considerate.
So these all turn to flame. So when the flame spits out over here from these things, it ignites the whole room and you're in big trouble. If you open this, everything sets up. There's not even anything in there. So it's time to be careful. I don't want to lose my whole party like I did last time. To be fair, I was so on tilt from accidentally murdering Asterion.
Someone doesn't like visitors.
So you have to disarm it. Okay. Truthfully, I was so on tilt from accidentally murdering Asterion that I was happy that my run ended, truthfully, because it was my first day playing after a year and a half. So it was okay, but it's a good learning experience to recognize that like some of the traps are gonna be the things that like murder your whole party more than anything. Even those guardian deities inside the Emerald Circle area are intimidating me.
The text on the plaque is a mystery to you.
Okay. Okay, so do I have trap? What do I use for this? What does it take to disarm? And does my main character have it?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Trap disarm toolkit. Go ahead.
Now what?
Does anyone else have any? You dual wield rapiers? Kind of against the purpose of the rapier, isn't it? What happens when you use her mysterious artifact? Oh. I've never really found it terribly tempting to use one of the origin characters as your main character, but I think it's also the way the games kind of go. You're supposed to use origin characters to bounce your main guy off of and to help delineate your character. The Suikoden and patch came out today? So did they do the... So it's all the quality of life stuff, huh? They're like a week too late for me, that's unfortunate. They did, but yeah, they did it faster than we thought they would. You and I said like a month, probably, right? Okay, so there's a button here. I need to disarm the sarcophagus. Do I want to disarm these vents or just let him die? How do I do this? I'm gonna walk around a little bit more to discover some more stuff.
Traps. How considerate.
What does the button do? Nothing good.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
So you can disarm the gargoyle heads, but essentially there's nothing really in here. I don't think these sarcophagi are gonna have much. He will avoid all these things, right? Hey, Dave.
Silent as the grave.
I failed a lot of trap things here. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here and see if I can disarm this. I need
Never a dull moment.
these guys to be closer.
Light on my feet.
I need to make sure particularly she's close enough to affect him with guidance. I think she's close enough, right? This looks good. I don't know how this works. Pretty easy. That's a lot of stuff to help out. Holy cow. Still good enough, I think. Yeah. It's crazy. Pretty close, though, man. You have so much leeway. How much plus is that? It's like 4, 5, like at least 7 of a buffer. What's True Strike? It's like a thrown spear. Okay. So this should open up this door, right? The problem is there are some traps in here.
Move unseen.
An arrow, good for him. A smoke powder bomb and a trap kit. Nice, good stuff here. I like how they give you that trap in here. So this should open this, right? Oh, this is where this is. Okay, got it. Okay, so that's all there is here. It's nice to get that spear. I'm gonna try to loot these sarcophagi, but the problem is there are traps over here I didn't see.
A long way to go still. Have to keep low.
Watch yourself. I spy a trap.
Okay, it should be good enough.
Check.
Probably one more here. Okay, we should be able to get out of here now. I wonder how the Suikoden's... I wonder how the Suikoden remaster sold. Okay, so there wasn't too much here. So we should be good to get everyone together. I like the Slayer. I like this giant linebacker sneaking around. He's so funny. Okay, so we got... What armor am I using? I'm using medium armor. Scale Mail of Vengeance, medium armor. What does she have?
I'm ready.
Chain shirt, medium armor. I just got something better. Who can use this?
Don't touch me.
Is that shield any better? No, it's still the same shield. A Watcher's Guide is a spear? Who can use a thrown spear? Just doesn't seem very good. Can he use this? No point. Or her.
My faith protects me.
She's not proficient in it. So only him.
Still in control.
Where'd it go?
Just
What's next, I wonder?
must lug my guts through this hell.
Disadvantage on Skellis. Inventory is chaos. So there's no real point of doing this. That looks worse, right? Like universally worse. Okay. Okay, so now it's time for finding our boy
These boots have seen everything.
Withers. Will this door just open? And does that key work? Engraved key. Nice. Okay, so this is crazy. I didn't recognize how insane this is. For 10 turns of advantage on attack rolls. Plus I have maybe the slight overkill of like the great weapon specialty. Okay, so I think for here, I'm not sure the battle starts until such a point that
Intestines throb.
you open up Wither's thing.
Carry me.
So all this I've already looted, right? These chests are locked. I don't really feel like wasting thieves' tools on opening these random chests. Medium toughness means it takes at least hits of 20, right? That's another advantage of like things like barbarians. You just smash these things. Here's the room with extra stuff. I don't really want to be down here in case a battle comes in. I'm gonna sniff around my boy here. But there is at least one thing in here that I'm kind of tempted by, which is this heavy chest. Also this locked book. What's the point of that? And do I want to do this before or after? It might give me some advantage. Are there any traps in here or anything?
Quietly.
Shit. Hold on. Can I change my party member? I want that guidance. I can't really. Go hope for a good roll here. At least a 10. Ah, shit. I would have only been one short if I got a full roll from guidance.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Back home. You don't know
Pave
that.
my path
That doesn't work with his
with
Dark
corpses,
Urge run.
build my castle with bones.
So I want to try to open this again. Can I open it? I don't want to. I guess I'm using another one.
What the fuck?
Fine. Can you can only use one person's guidance? Go. Give me a 30. Yeah.
I have such a headache.
Two more scrolls. That's so not worth it. All right, whatever. Okay, so move them to the middle.
Slow down.
Do I want to spread them out
Ready.
and move him in here?
Stepping softly.
I can do better. I must.
I want them to be generally close together, but I think essentially I'm going to be sort of like a, in League of Legends terms, I'm playing essentially like a death ball with the people I'm going to be using, which means I'm going to be very, very vulnerable to magic damage.
Jurgle. This must be ancient. No one worships the final scribe anymore.
Nice, we got a little thing there. There's a plaque here I can't read. There it is.
It's here.
The inscription is in a language unknown to you.
That might be worth a look.
Okay, here we go. Where's my party going to be?
Oh, hell! Something just woke up! Let's hope for gold.
I can't imagine this is anything.
Lots of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
An amulet of lost voices. Nice. Okay, so nothing else really of note in here, I assume. I'm gonna go try to assassinate that scribe. Can I jump up here while staying stealthy? Doesn't work. Ah, the second I press start, it didn't work. Are these guys survived? So jumping up there took me out of range. These are the things that I really these are the things I find really difficult about how the stealth stuff works. Cunning action dash. Get behind this guy. Okay, what does threatened mean? An enemy is close, has disadvantage on ranged attack rolls. So does this allow me to do this? Should be able to kill this guy. Close.
Can't give up.
Okay, so what have we here? There's an entombed scribe here. And over the course of the level, I wonder if me taking their weapons help these guys be stripped. This is not a large battle. There's only a couple of guys here. But some of these guys are a little frightening. I only have 2 turns to start. Is there anything important I want to do for her right off the bat? I don't really have another issue is I don't really have, besides Sacred Flame, I don't really have a lot of radiant spells for her. I'm just going to attack this person and get it going. Do I want to do anything else? This doesn't work. Is there any sort of bonus actions or anything I want to do? It's not a lot of range on Bane. This is kind of the disadvantage of Bane, is the 9 range of it. Distract your aims with an illusion. Within 3 meters of the illusion, attack rolls have advantage for you and your allies. So this is something I can cast. This is interesting. This actually might really help me for like my sort of death ball style. Warding Bond, not really worried about. Pass that trace, don't really need that right now. Turn undead. Pray to turn all undead that can see you. That takes a divinity charge. I have 1. If I go from here, can I turn 2 of these guys? Let's see. I think the height difference will be a problem. But I will go here.
Got to press on.
And see if turn undead will work here. Should count 2. 35% chance. But they have a lot. The only one person has a turn coming up. Who is that one person who's a turn? That guy there. I mean, let's try it. Let's see how it works. Probably better just to attack this guy, but it doesn't really matter. We have turns with this guy soon. And Slayer can just kill him. Let's see if this works. This does not work, because only this person is... Look. If you do this, only this person has a thing, because they can't see you, because he's facing the other direction. So, obviously necrotic damage is not good. They probably have high resistance to those things. Can you find here? Poison immunity. Vulnerability to bludgeoning is what she has. Nothing here that says what his resistances are. AC of 9. What's his AC? 15. Okay, so there's nothing really stopping me. I can just Bane these 2 guys for an action. She's not really at risk of this. Yeah, fire might be good. I know Radiant is good for these guys. I do have a fire spell, but I'd rather just hit them, I think. Do I want to do one of these illusions? Healing Cure doesn't heal people like it does in a Final Fantasy game. So again, this is not a battle I'm terribly worried about. There's only 5 people. But I want to just get good at stuff. I can use Aid, which I really like. Again, this is not a battle that terribly worries me. The previous battle is scarier. I probably should have used it then, but I forgot about it because I was under so much duress. Do I want to use mirror image? I think I can just credibly hit this guy for enough health that maybe he can kill him. I don't know. It's hard to say. Do I just hit this guy, or do I try to be a little cleverer? Maybe I should use aid. This does heal, which I don't need. But it gives them base hit points. So it feels like maybe it's not something to do yet. So I'm gonna see if I can get a good hit here. This is gonna do like no damage. Just to do 2 to 9 with this, but he's vulnerable to other stuff. The 75% chance is a good amount. 65% for this versus 75% for a normal hit. Prey Undead only hits one person. It's not enough guys to make this really worth it. I think I'm just gonna be boring and hit this guy. This always feels like a bit of like a boring move. Two. Nice. Just shove him. Very bad turn.
Turn someone inside out.
I have another turn here, but I have no more actions. What happens next? Throw a stone at me and crit me for 5. I don't appreciate that. Hopefully... Can I reach this guy? I can't. What do we have? Vicious Mockery. All of them go next. Vicious Mockery. Thorn Whip. Thorn Whip takes my action, though. Arms of Adar. So I'm gonna do 2 to 9 damage. Not sure. I'm just not sure what makes my warlock good right now with this stuff. Do I just catch Eldritch? There's just so much damage. This guy's out of the way of the stupid. This is disadvantaged because he's near me. So I guess I just hit him. Do I have any bonus actions? Interesting. I don't have any. Okay, I gotta think about that later. That was a lot of damage. What? Okay, now I'm getting this guy's way.
Fleet of foot. I wonder if this is worth the cost.
If I jump, it takes my bonus. A jump is a bonus action. So 55% is not great. And now I can't use my Inquisitor's Might, but otherwise I wouldn't be able to hit him. So just keep slamming. Unlucky. Now do I run toward this next guy? I'm gonna keep in this guy's range. I need to be in this guy's face. What happens now? There's the opportunity attack that should kill him. Nice. This guy's a level 2. It's not terribly worrisome. He silenced all my guys, which I don't really care about. Hellish Rebuke should kill him. So much damage. Okay, I'm gonna hop down and deal with this guy.
Go for the throat.
Do a double dash here.
Let's move.
Wait, this guy... Oh, he's silenced. Okay. It's not that bad.
No time to waste. Another fight. Let's go.
Gain advantage on attack rolls against Celestials, Fiends, and Undead. Might as well use this. From 55 to 80 and I still miss it. That's so dumb. We're all blinded. It's not a big deal. This means the attack range is lower. This guy's out of sight for some reason. Do I heal him? I think I just hit this guy. Unless I want to use mirror image. It only really affects her armor class though. I already have advantage. I'm just gonna hit this guy.
Hungry for the slaughter. With finesse.
Miss after miss after miss after miss after miss after miss after miss. God damn.
Making my move. Can't even catch my breath.
This is gonna hit really hard if it hits. Yeah, so much. The fog's gone because the guy's dead. I don't have Guiding Bolt anymore. Guiding Bolt's actually a pretty good thing for her to have. That does radiant damage and gives advantage to your teammates, but she already has quite a bit of advantage.
The dance macabre.
Nice.
Sorry,
Good.
bones guard,
All right.
Dusty old tree.
Every victory is a good victory.
Still alive. How about we slip out of here before the next bone? Time to get going.
How about we slip out here where the next bone party starts? Is that really a concern?
At the ready.
I kind of feel like I should go unlock that, it's the secret book too.
Here lies the guardian of tombs. Through knowledge comes atonement.
Here we go. Here's our boy. I love my Red Prince cloak. I'm so happy with it. Whoa. You don't think someone's going to help you when you open a sarcophagus. His nose is a little messed up.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me,
The gold filigree is really cool.
as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
So none of these actually answer. Well, so none of these are actually an answer. So I'll just do the paladin one. What manner of undead are you to ask such a question? But I'm more curious if so he has spoken, what he are you talking about? What manner of undead are you to ask such a question?
I am not the same as those thou hast slain.
So he allows me to
That is
dodge the
what
question,
thou
basically.
askest. Wilt thou answer my question?
Yes. He already asked the question, idiot. Why am I saying yes, ask away?
So I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
These first two are Dark Urge answers. Mine seems worth little as my blood calls me to harm others. Mortals live to die, to be slaughtered is a little insane. What is the worth of a single mortal life? I don't love any of these answers. Depends on the mortal. That depends on the virtue of the life that is lived. I can answer that. So do I do Dark Urge or Paladin here? Mine seems worth little as my blood calls me to harm others. Kind of sucks. Mortals live to be died, to be slaughtered. Boring. Depends on the mortal. Paladin, that depends on the virtue of the life that is lived.
I am curious by what standards thou shalt judge. Very well.
Okay.
I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
Haunted one, familiar unfamiliarity. Okay. Okay, sweet. I gotta go pee, right back. Alright. Where was I? Okay, so I guess, does this mean Withers is at the camp now? Can I just go to the camp? I don't remember when or how Withers joins. I know he should be with me now, but I think some events have to happen first, right? No, here he is. Nice. Okay, great.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
We meet again. As predicted.
Okay, calm down.
I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Why are you helping me?
Be assured, it is not by choice.
What kind of... You were sorting something before. What were you doing?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Are there other ways you can help us?
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
This is if you don't want to use a scroll of Revivify. What is the cost?
A matter
Not
of
bad.
coin.
And then change my class. So for whom I have currently, this is only really relevant to Will, who I'll do now, and then also Shadowheart, who I'd like to change her like background class from Trickery Domain to something else. So for now I'll do Will because I want to try the Hexblade.
As thou desire.
Not for you, for him. No, not for him. For Will. I hope this isn't a waste. Fuck. Not him. Why is it?
The pride of the gate.
That's kind of a stupid interface thing,
Sure,
I think.
why not?
Give me the choice of my companions. I think so, yeah.
Another. Thy my name.
I'm gonna do him to the new Hexblade one, and then I'll...
I shall be here.
I don't think it's that urgent for the cleric, but I'd like to change it from the trickery domain to something else. But what she's doing right now is pretty useful, I think.
As thou desire.
Okay, now I want to do Hexblade. You teach me about multiclassing. Multiclassing is like not really for me. I kind of like pure classes. Subclass, the Hexblade. Cantrips. So how about these two? Booming Blade and True Strike. Seems good. Hexblade, Spells, Abjuration, and Wrathful Smite. Can I change those? Looks like I can. Actions. Bind Hex Weapons. Permanent. Actions. Hexblade's Curse. This is what part makes it really good. Subclass features Hex Warrior, so I can use medium armor now. Spells, Shield, and Wrathful Smite. Wrathful Smite I have on other people, but I still will use these. Maybe I'll use this Hex instead of Shield. Seems fine. This is good too, though. Prevents targets from having reactions. And it's like an AoE, like, burst. Maybe it's too many melee things. Will this new spec have a little demon buddy? Not initially. Only one of the other 3 warlock ones gets a companion, but I was reading about it, and at level 6, you raise demons when you raise like spirits from corpses when you kill things, but I think that's level 6. So, do I have too many melee things here? I'm gonna go with it. All this stuff I'm fine with. Charisma, dexterity. Why dexterity? Whatever. Okay. All this other stuff I don't really care about. Yeah, I'm not sure why. You'd think maybe like Constitution or something would be better, but I don't really know enough. Yeah, and then I'll kind of choose between the Cleric and the Druid going forward. Basically, it seems like I'm going to kind of like just be like a death ball of 4 melee characters. But we'll see how that goes over time. Obviously, there's disadvantages and advantages to that. I was looking at it. The Death Domain Cleric is pretty similar to the Spore Druid in terms of animating dead and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see what we want the Cleric to be. But for now, I'm going to change this. Class Warlock, Cantrips 2. Basically just like full melee stuff. See how this goes for now. So you use this on your weapon whenever you get a new weapon. Cool. Nice. Okay.
All right, what now?
And I have to re-level my guy, right? Okay, cool. An evil cleric? Yeah, it's called the Death Domain Cleric. It's the new one from the subclass. Warlock spell slot gained. You gain Warlock to gain 2 passives, Eldritch Edification. So I get some more spells now. Hellish Rebuke is actually pretty sick for range damage. And I like this Armors of Hadar, and I like this Armor of Agathis. But the problem with the Armor of Agathis is that the temporary hit points I also believe I get from killing people. But I might not still have that. Do I still have that? This is weird, because it says this lets you use your Charisma modifier instead of Strength and Dexterity when you're attacking with weapons that you're proficient with. So why did I get the Dex Plus on the reroll, the re-level? Don't actually know. Anyway. So I feel like I should use... one utility and one useful spell. I'm gonna use this, and then maybe Expeditious Retreat, or I'll take Shield. And then Eldritch Invocations. When you cast Eldritch Blast, add your Charisma modifier to the damage it deals, unless it is negative. I don't have Eldritch Blast right now, which maybe is a mistake. Armor of Shadows. Devil's Sight, Fiendish Vigor. What's one with shadows? Invisibility. It's hard to say. I'm not currently using Eldritch Blast, which makes this a little worrying. So I'll do Armor of Shadows. Devil's Sight. I have several things that give me temporary hit points. Hard to tell. I don't actually know. This is actually not good because I'm planning on wearing armor. So I don't know, I don't have the Eldritch Blast, so these two Repelling Blasts is probably a good idea. I actually have no idea what to do there. I actually watched the press conference. I thought he was pretty good. I don't know. What was the part that you thought was snarky? He got asked pretty bland questions. It's always like, so at this point, what are you planning? Like someone asking right then if you're going to retire, I think is lame. I thought the AD thing was funny. He's like, when I said what I needed, when he said what he needed, he got traded within a week. So I'm not gonna keep. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and play the game hard. I thought that was funny. The team looked bad. I only watched like a 15-minute highlight of the game last night, but like Rudy Gobert, like the whole season ever since they got Luka, it's been like they need a center, they play small. Rudy Gobert ran the entire game. He was just under the net, uncontested the entire time. I think he had 29 points, 24 rebounds or something. It's fucking crazy. And like, I don't know, just like the whole Luka thing, they just didn't seem like that good. Luka's not putting up the same numbers here as he did in the Mavericks, generally speaking. I like that. The press conference wasn't bad. He got asked some boring questions. The Wolves are like... The Wolves are a really good team. Even without Karl Anthony Towns, they still have like 8 really good starters. LeBron and Luka don't play defense. That's what like the sort of meme is, and you can see some replays of it. Austin Reeves didn't do anything. The guy Dalton Connect, who they wanted to trade for Mark Williams so they'd get a center when they cancel the trade, he doesn't even play. I mostly just think that JJ Redick didn't do a very good job in his first year as a coach in this series. LeBron played so well the past couple of months. Anyway, yeah. That game was a beating. Rudy Gobert like ran the game. It was crazy. I have no idea which of these things I want to do. I'll do Thief of Five Fates and Devil's Sight. This is so lame. None of these seem right. The Eldritch Blast one's the only ones that seem good. How about that? I have no idea. Now I need a level 2 spell. Attackers have a disadvantage on attack rolls. Branding Smite. Cloud of Daggers. Crown of Madness. Darkness. That's pretty good. Hold Person apparently is a very good spell. I'm gonna see if this works with the seeing in the dark thing I just got. Pact boon. So this is where you get it. This is where you can get a familiar if you want, or 3 more spells. I'm gonna do the 3 more spells. I really want the familiar. This gives me guidance when I lose the cleric. Should be fine. Okay. Guess that's what we're doing. I don't need a rest. We're in good shape. We lost a couple of spell slots.
Can't give up now.
She didn't.
The pride of the gate.
We have all our spell slots, so we're good. We're in good shape. Okay, cool. Nice. Worked out pretty well. He's got his sexy new weapon now. I'm only missing 1 health. Okay, so this place is done. Okay, good. That went well. I'm gonna go open up that.
Let's have a look.
I'm gonna go open up that locked book.
Watch your back.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive log.
I should just lockpicked it. Oh, this looks good. He's a little smarter than my main guy.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what? Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now
Yeah, that's right.
restored after the Second
Strong
Sundering.
silent.
The last 3 names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scroll as to be unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
Nice. In Doom Eternal and Doom 2016, the main character, Doom Guy, does not say a single thing in the entire series. And then in the second DLC, which is the finale of the story, you fight the devil himself in a final battle. And as you beat him, he says, "Do you have any words? Do you have any words to say to your creator before you kill him?" And then the Doom Guy says his only line of the entire series, which is "no," before killing him. So his one line he ever says is, "Do you have anything to say to your creator before you kill me?" He says, "You say no," which is the one line he has in the entire series. It's so sick. The one person he deigns to speak to. But this game does not make it easy for you to be the strong silent type. You always have to be like, "Oh, that sounds interesting. Pray tell me more about that detail." A lot of times you can just leave if you want, but then it's like, okay, well, I guess I just leave. Anyway, okay, so another area done.
Here goes nothing.
So right now I have 2 people using guidance, which is overkill. So I want to see what else is on the map. Karlach is here. Investigate the music at the beach. That's the harpies. I'll do that now. Save Arabella. Find Arabella's parents. Guess we'll do that.
Let's get going.
You know what I really miss about Baldur's Gate? The food. Freshest fish I've ever had.
I don't care for fish. Red meat, now, that's a different matter. Rare as can be.
Dripping.
Dripping.
Well, unless we find a cure, you won't have any teeth to chew it with.
So I think that kid stole my stuff, right? I just don't remember what he stole. I'm not sure I talked to all the right kids to have that happen. I kind of forget. Okay, let's do some actual selling this time instead of giving him everything.
Need anything else? Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
I don't care for that line. Barter. One thing people were talking about a lot with how to play rogues was also that, like, saying that dual wielding hand crossbows is something that people used a lot. Oh, I have to go back in there to find, I want to get the book of, these missile snaring gloves are good. Ring mail +1, uncommon heavy armor. This is out, I might give this my main character. How much money do I have? 747, we're getting there. Padded armor +1 is good. Any good weapons? What is that, quarterstaff? Hand axe. How much are these? 260 each. Wow. Oh, 65 each. It's not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up, what's this ring? Throwing boost, don't care. These rings I like. You can intercept missiles from ranged weapon attacks, reducing their damage by your dice modifier. But it's not really. These are cloth. These were good with the monk. I don't feel them strictly necessary. I guess I'll get better. I wonder if I should get this for my main character. He already has his base armor. It is green. So I wonder whether I get this for Astarion. Or do I get this? This has a plus bonus to strength saving throws and checks, which I think is ultimately better. Balance offer. Examine. What does this look like? I can use heavy armor, right? I can't really tell. He is a paladin, he should be, right? Where can I find the thing where it says what he can do? You can use heavy armor, okay. Proficient with the falling armors. Okay, this is a good start. I need him to be tanky. Should I get the other armor as well? Oh, there's this medium armor one. And nature +1. Is this good? I don't think this is good. Just one less bludgeoning damage is too specific. I like the ones that are like saving throws and stuff. Alright, this is fine for now. Okay, thank you.
Sylvanus be with you.
Yeah, a lot of people saying they were like dual wielding the small crossbows as a rogue. And basically that's what we're saying for like the assassin or like the thief class or whatever. Basically what people would do is go around a corner, fire, use the bonus action to hide, fire, use the bonus action to hide, and constantly get the advantages that way. Which is kind of, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just a little bit boring. Amulet of Lost Voices.
Is that
I'm
blood?
gonna take this.
No, never mind. Keep a blade close. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Okay, that's good. Now I have Speak with the Dead. Nice to have. Do I have any more of those crossbows? I just have the one. So the crossbow is worse than this. This is 4 to 9. This is 4 to 11. That's better. Nice. So I'd like to get 2 of those if I can. But I think I just sold one. So I'll just wait for now. So many daggers. This was a good to throw. I'll keep a couple. What do you have a battle axe? Okay, sell some more of this stuff.
Nothing hurts anymore. Need anything else?
It's true, yeah.
But please, remember.
I mean, there's plenty of ways to be
everyone
viable.
in need.
That's a kind of like an important detail to realize when you're looking at like Reddit posts or like people talking about the game, is that like there's a lot of min-maxers on the internet, you know what I mean? Okay, second light crossbow. Okay, barter. Say do that over here. Put a lot of this stuff over here. Keep my warhammer. Okay, we still go up. Balance offer. Okay.
Sylvanus be with you.
Alright, simmer down. Okay, so equip my new armor. Oh yeah. And then give him to him. So does this actually work? It doesn't work. These aren't hand crossbows. This is just a light crossbow. Okay, never mind. Well, that's a waste of money. That's okay. Give him that glaive. Is there anything else you guys have for me to sell? Random ass mace.
Defender of the
There's always one character who's like no items at all. In this case, it's gonna be Will, I think.
Need anything else?
It's kind of the way you describe, but I didn't find Asterion cheesy for my playstyle. So what was your playstyle? Just like assassinate someone and then like re-stealth? I don't really necessarily know like the mechanics of re-stealthing yet, but I would really like to have him as like the. I like him as a bursty character. That sounds great. I just like maybe the swashbuckler will be better. I don't know. We'll see. It should be fine.
Sylvanus be
That's
with
enough of
you.
all this. Like I also don't get me wrong. I really want to use him. So what am I doing here? Giving those thieves' tools to Asterion. All right, let's go talk to Arabelle's parents and talk to those kids to see if they do anything.
Keep the goblins out forever.
How much farther can I go?
Fortress, and we're no warriors.
I need a quick word.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine.
I mean, because of me. Because they deferred to my paladin judgment.
Thank you.
She died last time I played.
Don't know
It was
what
so
we'd do
crazy.
without her.
Got bit by the snake because I failed a roll. No more light-fingered antics, right, Arabella?
Yeah. I mean, thank you for helping me.
So I thought, punk. What did I get?
It's our job to get us out of here safely.
Grants us wearer the ability to cast dancing lights. What's that? Illuminate a 9mm radius. Okay, nice. Thank you.
We have to look after
I'm gonna give that to... I guess I'll keep that. Maybe I'll give this to her. And I'll wear that myself. Paladins want light, right?
Let's get on with it.
Nice undies. Shadowheart's underwear. If pants could brood. That's funny. So yeah, this is where you get like the over here is where you see the like the underclothes they wear, right? Camp clothes. Okay. Over time you want to like customize your sexy camp wear. Very important.
Where am I?
All right, let's go fight the harpies.
Don't waste a step.
What's this? Oh.
My, what manner of place
The classic.
is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to
His voice is so
damnation?
amazing.
Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that? Love. Was that? They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they?
Me too.
Well met. I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
It's such a
not
crazy
every
battle
day
sequence in
one
his
meets
in his
such
mansion.
a cavalier sinner as yourself. A true bloody pleasure.
Am I talking to the mouse or the cat? Let's bait him a little bit.
Neither. The fox, rather. Hiding, in a word. A silent observer, about to break the silence. Of course, what I have to say merits some privacy, as well as some more, let's call it, refinement.
The butterfly floating around him is nice.
This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes.
Come.
Yeah, I don't like being manipulated.
There, middle of somewhere.
Is he just gonna murder me and end my whole playthrough if I go for a reach for my weapon? Nice decor.
The house of hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper.
what's your beef with the Nazis, Mel Brooks?
Just be your last.
I'm getting tired of your games.
Fair enough. What's better than a devil you don't know?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite too.
A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary?
This is about the parasite, right?
Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
Everyone's eyes in these games are so amazing. I don't care what you are, I care what you want.
Oh, a mere trifle. How dear is one's soul, really? A rhetorical question, of course, but let me venture an answer. It's worth very little with a tadpole in your head. One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that.
I serve an oath, not a devil. My honor is not for sale.
Everything is for sale. And you do well to sell while your stock has value. In desperate times, the price of honor plummets.
Yeah, I always love the class lines.
Perhaps you haven't yet realized how desperate these times are. You will. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal.
He's making a good point.
Exhaust every possibility and
get ahead of things, basically.
Are left. And when
the devil you know line is so good.
Down to the very marrow of despair.
Like the best written video game ever, maybe? Or one of them?
When you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
Oh, the last laugh in the end.
I've always wondered what a laughing mind flayer sounds like. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
So sick. Alright. Save the refugees. Speak with Kaga. Okay, let's go deal with this Hoppy. Come on, folks, we got work to do. Maybe this is too early. How close am I to a level? Very far.
No time to dally.
Well, hello.
Well, hello.
They should all be running.
One interesting coincidence with being called the Slayer is that the ball spawn is also the Slayer.
That might be worth a look.
Little overlap there, in case things get a little haywire. Okay, that's all that's over here. All right, I'll take it. That's another fun thing with the Barbarian, is like Incredible Hulk style, she has such insane strength. I think she has a further leap, doesn't she? I'm kind of a little bit nervous about this. Do I want to fight this Harpy now? I'm gonna go check what's going on with Kaga's parents first.
You hear me? What would your mother-in-law have done?
I want to have a word.
Who's this guy?
Heartless bastards. They deserve to have the goblins burn them out.
Yeah, I love that. That's why the Incredible Hulk is like always one of my favorite superheroes. Especially from like those early few movies, like the Eric Bana ones. His strength is his legs. His strength are incredible quad explosiveness. Save the refugees. Speak with Kagha. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. What is that quest? I forget which button does the quests. Save the refugees. Okay, so I gotta find Halson. That's the way to do it. Okay, I'm gonna go deal with these harpies. See how this goes. Quick twitch. Don't get fired.
I don't care what Mole says. I'm stupid and reckless.
You used that on me when I was talking about how I think like Asian people are like how Asian people are like best suited to be sumo wrestlers because of their strong legs and butts, and it was fair. But it's also true. There's a couple of it's also interesting because there's a couple of really big Ukrainians who are in sumo right now, and even like at the beginning when they like squat before meeting, they don't get as low. You can really see like it's. I swear to God, it's like a hip socket thing. There's a guy named Shishi. He's a gigantic Ukrainian who's just in the top division right now. And like his like initial positioning, he just cannot, literally just cannot get as low as like his other competitors. What's the deal with that? What's the deal with that knife? It's the same, right?
Careful, I might.
Oh, I forgot I had this spear. 4 to 7 dagger. It's identical. I'd rather a polished dagger than just a dagger, though. It's got more panache.
Wretched thing, pull yourself together.
Moving ahead.
Such a pretty song.
Watch out, kiddo. Oops. Watch out, kiddo. I lost 2 health. Mayday.
Listen.
His eyes are again very beautiful.
Take place in shallow water. Just a slice of the ankle tendon.
All right, simmer down. Shouldn't be standing on the water. It's dangerous. If I do listen quietly, do I get hypnotized? Listen quietly, see what happens. This is bad, right? Stay strong.
Don't you hear it? It's
Don't get pulled in by the sirens. Back to shore, idiot.
No. It's just a bit of water. I only want to listen. Just a little closer.
All right. Look how big my dude is. He's a monster.
Yes, everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
Harpy's level 3. Okay, good miss. Opportunity attack. You flying away again? They're all level 3. Bring it on. Good miss. Opportunity attack. Good. Oh. Resisted the song. Who was lured? The affected entry will use its turn to move closer to the harpy, allowing her to make multiple attacks each turn. Who got lured? Okay, so I need to use... I have something here that resists saving throws. I have to give him that. Can I heal him of what he has currently? Okay, are these humanoids? Type monstrosity, okay. Okay, I have to give him resistance. This is a cantrip, right? Yeah. Then we gotta rush this one. While it's isolated. I'm worried about the kid. I don't think they're gonna kill him.
On I go.
Maybe I should have given the kid that one. It's fine.
There's blood in the air.
I don't have like really a means to get attacks on him again. I'm doing so bad with the assassin stuff. How much is this? How much does the poison cost?
Come on then.
Oh, he's alone.
What happened?
Okay, what do we got here? We got a lot of stuff. Wrathful Smite. Hexblade's Curse. 10 turns of this. I should technically be able to have Hexblade's Curse and Hex. True Strike. Thorn Whip. Darkness. Okay, what do I do? I think we have to isolate this guy. How far? How can I get really close? Not close enough though. If I go here, will I be able to attack him? Does this count?
Right idea.
Nice. So that takes my bonus action. So now I use Booming Blade. If I use Booming Blade here, it's a cantrip. It strikes through the weapon. That does good damage, and it hurts them if they run away. This is good. Nice. I'm a little worried about my hero. He's a little isolated. That was a lot. Shit. Oh.
I must.
Good hit. I think there's one more harpy. I might get killed here. He's resisted now, but he's really isolated. He should heal. He can heal himself. What's the range on this? 8 is 9. I don't have a ranged heal. Is there something I can do to help him? I can do Shield of Faith. Charm Person doesn't work. Turn Undead. Pass Without Trace. Ward an ally. It's melee though. I'm gonna hit him and then use Shield of Faith. How far is he? 14. So if I go about 14 minus 9 is 5.4. So if I go like, who else took damage? No one else really. So he's 14.4. So minus 9 is 5.4. So let's say I go 5.4 meters. Can I get everyone with aid here? Heal your allies, increase their HP maximum by 5. Do I do this? Or do I just do Shield of Faith? And what can I do with my main attack that'd be useful? Heartstopper? Concussive Smash? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do Shield of Faith. We'll break active concentration resistance. Oh, that's true. Is this also concentration? No. Okay, I'm gonna do this heal on everyone. Wait, do I have any other good bonus actions? So, okay, and hold on. So now they're resistant to the song for 2 more turns. Might be able to kill this thing. Good kill. Okay. Give him this Armor of Faith. Because he's got 2 turns. And I'll go help him.
Never a dull moment.
You gotta lay on hands yourself here, I think. Or just cure wounds? Lay on hands is also an action. But I have 2 health. What are my bonus actions? Vow Enmity and does an attack? I have to heal. Cure Wounds is 3 to 10. But Lay on Hands doesn't take a spell slot. 12 healing is really good. Do I do Compelled Duel in case the kid doesn't get hit? This is the one that's singing. If I command this one to stop, this is the one that's singing. It's the only one that's singing, right? So if I can command this one to stop, then I can't heal. I can heal with a potion. I need this one to stop singing. Grovel, or approach. 55%. Is this worth it? This is a really clutch if I can get her to stop singing. Here we go. Nice. Okay, so drink a potion now. And stand still. Get a little closer. And turn. If I move, it's a provoked attack of opportunity, so stand still. 10 health is good. Asterion can kill this one. Attaboy. Okay. And now we gotta rush over there. There's only 2 left. That one is no longer singing, correct? It's still singing with command approach. Oh. Well, if they approach, that is good. She didn't do anything.
It's time to feed.
Ah, good dodge. Okay, everyone resisted the song. So, who are we doing here? So command approach did nothing. No one else takes damage. The kid's not in trouble. I gotta make sure the kid doesn't get killed. So what can I do for range? I wonder if I can use command on the kid. I'm worried about the kid getting killed by that thing.
Strike hard, strike fast.
Where do I go from here?
How do I get up there?
miss this.
With pleasure.
I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity here. Doesn't work. So now you.
My luck again.
What can I do to this guy? I don't think that command approach didn't work. I mean, I don't know what happens if the kid reaches her, but I have to just get this guy out of here. What can I do as a bonus attack? Maybe I do compel duel, so it only fights me. I don't want the kid to get killed. I'm not sure. Oh, you miss an 88 fucking % chance. Oh! That was risky.
Let's end this.
What happens now? She has a bonus attack. This is really bad. They just sing.
What now? Damned monster. I'll make you pay.
Found my mark.
Ah! $16 crit. Jesus Christ. What are you gonna do to the kid?
Let's have some fun.
Okay, down. So pick him up. And then rush this way. We can't get far because of the stupid... Because the weaker terrain. I think I use this on the kid. Just in case.
No choice but to keep going.
What is she gonna do to that kid? Ah! Fuck. That's so rough, man. This is a tough battle.
Ready.
Wow, that's so sad. If you watch highlights of the game, Rudy Gobert is like uncontested under the net. He's like 5 inches taller than anyone they have against him. What happened in the newest Seinfeld you watched? It's been like at least over a week since I watched it. The last Seinfeld I watched. So my problem with this battle was I needed to ignore, one, the command approach didn't do anything, which is really shitty. Maybe if I had done grovel or something, I would have done differently. But I had to rush to this guy. What happened to the last Seinfeld I watched? It's in like the Susan arc. Like they're starting to write the show and taking every opportunity to be distracted. Latex Salesman was recent. It's hard to say. I forget. I'm so upset about that. That poor kid.
Blood comes easy these days.
This game's so annoying, man. Who's Lord? Anyone?
Damned monster. I'll make you pay.
God, this game is so... So I broke it. So I should have done something ranged before to break the song. There's no... I'm playing honor mode. There's no save reloads.
Still at my feet.
This game is so annoying.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
I could have used Thorn Whip, maybe? I feel so sad about the kid. Nothing I can really do here except attack. God.
What now?
God, it's so crazy.
Let's have some carnage.
Alright. Poor kid.
No one's stopped me yet. Oh, that is a nothing.
Alright, kiddo. I like how the song you hear is the same as what they were singing. Murder a child.
Walk in death.
Open up.
Okay, nothing over there. probably gonna be like a hole I can dig around here or something. Right? No? What is this? Nothing? Oh, can I jump over there? Nice.
Let's see what those harpies were hoarding.
Oh. A letter that says I'm sorry. Miriam, it's been so long since I've read and a lot has happened. For some news, Maggie, 2 Fingers won't be bothering you anymore. I paid her back in full. I'm sorry. She should never have got your name in the first place. Now for the bad news. My love, I'm not coming home. Not for a while, at least. The money came from a mercenary group. Probably best don't give their names. They've agreed to a couple of jobs in Icewind Dales in return. They paid me up front because gods, it's so strange to write it, because they needed a warlock. They needed me. I took the deal that Cambion offered. I'm not going to say I had no choice, because that would be a lie. But I don't regret it. I'm a new man. I feel strong for the first time in my life. Aside from being awoken in the middle of the night by the smell of sulfur, he likes to drop by to see how everything is going. I have no complaints. If you don't reply to this letter, I understand. If you don't want me to come back at all, well, I understand that too. I love you, Miriam, and I want you to be happy even if it's not with me, Edmund. Okay, inscrutable journal. We followed Musharib's instructions so far, but something feels odd. We've encountered no creatures along the way, only alien noises in all directions. Sleep evades us, and the muck of my boots is hardened into a permanent feature. Hopefully we find. Lost more hair this morning. I know there were side effects coming back, but didn't expect to be so. Iraq, I hear him laughing. The lamentations of the Omoans droning like a chorus. What is the purpose of this hellhole? He speaks through the walls, the ceiling, the floor. Is he the tomb? Is he... On the last legible page is a crudely drawn charcoal outline of a bearded devil's face, his mouth agape in a silent scream. Okay. Ring of color spray. Give that to Will. A bloodstone, a supply pack, and 2 bones. Well, you win some, you lose some. And that kid lost a bunch. I gotta equip that ring on Will.
Sharp as ever.
Color spray is like a blinding or something?
Keep it together.
Forget.
Moving in.
Poor kid.
Of use.
I had to focus a little better there. I didn't really realize. Well. Who is Mirkon? What does the quest say? Oops. Quest completed. The child died. Okay, so we met Raphael. We're partially responsible for the death of a child. I'm gonna go chat with the bard lady, see how she's doing.
I should speak up.
Words of mine will... Oh, this song will be the death of me.
Too sweet. Odiously sweet. The vomitous ghoul within churns. She sickens you.
I love it. Stop singing, you loser. Okay, we got a lot of chests. Whoa. What are you doing over here still? These 2 idiots haven't quite figured it out. Shadowheart, you good?
What the next move is.
Haven't quite figured out the old jump, eh?
Have to keep pushing. No, that's awful.
Wow, they really snooze that. Still haven't quite figured it out, huh?
I must keep going.
Why can't you just figure out jumping? Why's this so hard? Wait, how do you get over here if you can't jump down? Oh, I see. Whoa, a Asterion. Okay, bring everyone together.
Maybe?
Poor kid.
I don't know anymore.
Are you guys coming? God, they're dumb. Can you not figure out the rest?
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
What's your problem? They just she just want to get her feet wet. Look at Mysterion running. Why are you running like Naruto?
This way.
Damn, that poor kid. Well, I didn't want to see him get murdered. I just, you know, would like to have some agency about it. Whoa.
A hero at heart. Step quick.
Okay, let's go see what's in that gilded chest. Probably not much, but I'll do it anyway.
A crooked touch.
It'd be sweet if you could get 2 guidances. Kind of busted though.
I've got a long road ahead.
A cap of curing. The bard hat. That's nice. There's several classes in the game that don't have an origin character. Bard is one. Ranger is one, although Minsk is like a half an origin character. Not really origin, but like a scripted companion. Bard's like one of the only ones. Alright, so I'm gonna get out of here and then I'm gonna do a long rest.
Something only I know. Make one up.
Do a little more selling at this extremely important halfling for my life. I really like all my spells. I'm starting to figure things out a little bit. I still miss all my attacks though.
Something's on my mind.
Oh, there's also that secret. There's also those goblins under the base. I have to deal with those now,
Need
too.
anything else?
After the long rest.
Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
I don't need to do this till later, or I might as well do it now when I'm around. Sell that. Sell the hat. I sell the spear? Might be something that Shadowheart can use.
Sylvanus be with you.
This has main hand tenacity only. What's True Strike? This gives her... I can throw this, and this might be better. This is more damage, actually. I don't know, unless this is better. I think having heart trauma and everything is a bit better. Even though this is green, I'll just use a green whenever possible. It's cool. Okay, so I need a long rest and then go deal with these dudes. I need to deal with the goblins under the camp, which really scare me because there's a really tricky trap. What's going on here?
We should have left by now. Damnation.
Instead, we're just sitting here, practically.
One thing about this game I've noticed from uploading the first couple of VODs is that there's never been an easier game to get good screen caps from. The second one is like Ethel's face. The first one is my main character's face on the character creation, which is convenient because it's similar to the previous game. And then I basically always do the first chapter of a game where you create the character as their face, which is Cyberpunk, Starfield, Baldur's Gate. Maybe some other ones. But the second one is Ethel just like smirking. You know everything. The tieflings need help.
And what about us? There's every chance we've doomed ourselves by helping these people. We will end up fodder for some goblin's blade, all because Leah insists on helping every wounded foe we see. Our best chance to make it to Baldur's Gate is on our own. This place is lost.
My orange salt element. Are you always this selfish? Chastise him.
As bad as Leah. And I think one of her is quite enough in my life. Good day to you.
This guy sucks.
What I wouldn't do for better.
Okay, so to the jail. I should go see that lady who's still out there, being like, "Hey, you fucking murdered that goblin, you psycho." So this part really scares me because this trap like really fucked me up before. I'll see. I don't know what I can do about it. You have to sneak probably. Okay, let's rest here. Is there anything I need to do with withers? I don't think so. Chat with Will, see what he's doing. We do this fallen tree, can you lift it?
The devil with the silver tongue.
Raphael.
An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple or peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
A lot of deal with the devil type stories and morals often just seem to be like anti-lawyer, basically. It's always like a devil's contract. Spare me the parables. I have no intention of bargaining with the likes of him.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this.
I'd rather die.
He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with.
That's so cool.
And then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure. But the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
You're right about what you said. You're right what you said yesterday, or possibly Monday. I think it was Monday. If I wanted to change this guy's name to something besides, you know, the Slayer, I could have just called him John Hamm. It's all there. Okay, so is today the day of the Asterion tries to bite me? I'm gonna talk to him. What's going on with you?
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop around, he said. He seems sure we won't find
John
anything.
Hamm?
And he might be right. We've had no luck so far.
He looks so much like him. I just saw the chest hair. I was like, that's pretty similar. He's not. We still have options.
Maybe. But all that, take your time, I'll wait nonsense. He's playing with us. He reminds me of, well, someone I used to know.
Is this Cazador?
Someone I'd like to play.
Can you name changes? I think just appearance. I don't know.
Creatures like them don't play games unless they know they can win.
You might not be able to outfox him, but I will.
Oh, will you? Because you've got it
Whatever.
all figured out, I'm sure.
I do.
You know who tampered with the parasite and why, and what they have planned for us. And
Fair
of
enough.
course you know why we're interesting enough that a devil would come to proposition us. Because if you don't know that, you may as well sign over your soul now.
It's a good point he's making.
We may
You see my guy? He realized it too.
But until we know what's going on, this Raphael has us exactly where he wants us.
Fair enough. I can't argue with that.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too.
God, she's so hot.
As for this
God damn it.
Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help.
These are all like basically every single break like this is an opportunity to get approval. He knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him? He's a devil. We shouldn't trust him. Simple as that.
No doubts at all. He seemed powerful and very knowledgeable about our problem. Not the worst prospect we've stumbled across. As long as you can look past what he is.
I'm not going to just change my mind. We can't trust him. Or enough about me. What do you think is best? We can't trust him.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Had a girl.
I know people who work much like our new acquaintance does. You don't need a skirt.
Plunging neckline? I'm hypnotized over here.
Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us.
Asterion like really wrecked us in terms of logic. Who the hells are these people you know who do such
Cunning
things?
people. Private. And very dangerous at times. Perhaps you'll meet them one day. See? Sowing doubt is an old trick. Watch out for it. And for Raphael.
It's fine. Alright, so I'm now going to take my lunch break to eat an apple turnover and vaguely chill. So let me get the sleep in first, see if there's any sort of Asterion thing. I'm low on food. Did they say what I have total? Asterian's still lying there. He's still not trying to eat me. We're not getting any night terrors. That's good. Alright, we did it. Good job, everyone. Alright. So, short break time. That poor kid.